hello. I wasn't going to vlog tonight because I'm shattered, or today I should say. We had our athletics day today and I was one of the people doing the scoring. So it's literally just head down the whole time and then you look up, oh, a few hours have gone by. So it's quite tired. Stayed at work for a glass of orange juice while other people had a glass of wine and beer. And they had a barbecue, but I didn't stay for that. And then of course I came home. It was quite hot here and I'm standing outside. It's raining, look. Just started raining now. So anyway, I better go inside, it's quite noisy. I'm going to make macaroni cheese for dinner. So I thought I'd take you through how I make it. Like I'm some kind of macaroni cheese chef. Step 1. Set pot of water to boil. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit because it's a big flame. And in this pot, I'm just going to put a blob of butter. I don't measure it. I just go by eye. I'm going to melt that, and then when I've melted it, I will add some flour and cook off the flour. So it's nearly boiled. Well, it's getting close. Once it is, I'm just going to use this stuff because I don't have any macaroni elbows. Sometimes I don't, but pasta is pasta. This has sizzled, so I'm going to add the flour to it now. Once again, this is not measured. This is just, I just use my eye, and that should be fine. Just want to turn that heat down. Pop that back on. And then I always use a whisk. And then you see it getting like quite frothy like that. That just stops the flour from, I don't know, being floury. It sort of adds a nice sort of caramelly flavour. So I'm also adding some smoked paprika. And, oh, I better put the, you can see I'm going to have a pasta accident. Don't watch out. I'm not much of a TV chef, am I? Yeah, that looks good. Honestly. Some of that in there. I do actually need to put some salt in there, but I'll have to put the camera down because I can't grind the salt with this. So I've just given that a bit of a stir to stop them being stuck on the bottom. And I've mixed the milk in with that. And as I slowly heat that up, that should thicken up. Let's just give these a bit of a lift. I don't keep the pasta covered because it always, I think that was just the wind, it always boils over and I end up with hell of a mess on the stovetop. So yes, so you can see that this is thickened up quite nicely, and I'd like it just a bit thicker because once it's with the pasta will make it a bit runnier. And I'm going to add cheese to it shortly. Nice. And they're still boiling. Let's give that another little stir. Yes, I still have pans there. I need somewhere for them. I would like one of those, like something that would hang up here above this table that's got stuff to be sorted out on it. So I can just grab a pan or something from it. But at the moment, no. So that's done. I'll add some cheese to that. Let's have a look at what I've got here. I've got cheese and I've got, now I have been buying Edam cheese lately, but I don't know what I was doing at the supermarket, but I bought mild cheese. Edam is a lot lower in fat, but we're going to have mild cheese today. So I've put about half the cheese that I grated into here, and then the other half is going to go on top. So there's that. And then I've got, in fact I don't need to use the whisk anymore. It can go into the sink. I'll just use this fella now. And we're going to add this ham. It's just some shaved ham that I'd had for lunches, so it was left over in the fridge, so might as well cook it up and use it before it goes bad. When my mum made macaroni cheese, and sometimes I still do it, she used to, when she was cooking off the flour, she would add mustard powder and cayenne pepper, and sometimes I still do that, but I also quite like a bit of paprika. So how's that looking now? And of course these don't have to be wholly cooked because they're going in the oven. But yeah. So that's what it looks like all mixed up. I'm just going to put this cheese on. Every last little bit, because one of my pet hates is grated cheese that gets in the sink and then it gets stuck to things. It goes all sort of glutinous and gluey and it sticks to your dish brush. I've got the oven set to about 180 Celsius, so I'm going to pop that in now. We'll see how we go. Now, I couldn't actually tell you how long to cook that for because I always just go by instinct. So I'll just cook it in 15 minutes ago and check it and I'll see whether it's browned on top and then or not, and then I'll just keep going. Quite often people, the kids or even, how long is tea away? Well, I don't know, when it's ready. That is the difference between me and my sister, who is a chef. Right, it's getting darker outside and it's starting to rain heavy again. The only good thing is it's it's putting water in my tank. Okay guys, just pulled this out of the oven. It's sizzly. I'm going to have that with a bit of my homemade tomato sauce. And I'm going to watch, hang on. Ugh. An episode of Poker Face on TV. So yeah, I'll add this to tomorrow's video, I think. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello. Good morning, everybody. I've been up for a little while. 5:30, I think I got up. It's now 8 a.m. I've just had a quick whiz around. I've still got to vacuum and do some breakfast dishes, but most things are tidy. So I'm going to quickly whip outside, and you know, all that mess that was on the back lawn, I've kind of got to get rid of it because the lawnmower man's coming this weekend and the grass is really long, so it needs to be mowed. So I'm going to go out and do that now. So I'll do a before pan shot, and then I'll do an after, because I need to head into town to grab a couple of bits this morning, and then we've got Speedway from about 2 p.m. through to late, providing we don't get too much more rain. It's sort of been sunshiny, rainy. It was pouring last night. Yeah, so I'll take you along with me today. Might be a bit more interesting than my weekday shenanigans. So, we're not doing a flash selfie stick shot because, well, that's just some stuff I've popped out here, because I'm quickly going to be out here. Everything is pretty drenched, but yeah, there's stuff. It's mainly all that stuff over there. Eventually some of that's going to be thrown away, but in the interim it's just going to have to be moved. So I'll be putting my gumboots on, I think, because everything is very, very wet and I'll have slippery feet. I don't know that he'll come today. I think the grass will be too wet, but you never know. And that will free up tomorrow for whatever else I want to do. Wouldn't mind getting in, tidying up around the gardens tomorrow if the weather's okay. Yeah. So here you go. Whew, but out of breath. Now, full disclosure, I actually haven't dealt with any of the rubbish, but I have moved it off the grass, because dealing with it is a huge job. And today I just don't have time. That's where the old clothesline is. But I did scoop up all the, because I had one of those black compost bins and I've moved it over there next to the big one. But when they moved it, they sort of tipped quite a bit of debris on the ground, so I've picked up as much of that as I can. So when and if he turns up over the next couple of days, he shouldn't have too many obstacles to try and navigate. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to go and clean my bathroom. That's such a bad shot. Excuse me. So I've been in town and I've got a few things. I'm quite happy with what I've got. And I would like to hang around and have a look at a few more shops, but my head is starting to do its pre-menstruation migraine-y thing. So I'm going to go and home, but I'm going to buy these V energy drinks. When I have those with the painkillers, it helps take the edge off. But I'll just be getting the sugar-free ones. Yeah, so I'll get a couple of those. And I might grab something for lunch. I might grab a pie. I haven't had pie in a long time. And then I think I'll just chill out a little bit, because in a few hours we'll be at Speedway. Yeah, and I'll show you what I've got when I get home. Okay? Right. Hello, I'm back. Oh, now the sun's coming on my face. Been home for a little while, maybe half an hour. I've had my pie, and I thought I'd show you my stash. Sorry, you're going to hear hammering. The neighbours are working on their garage. So the first place I went to was Postie. For those of you that don't live in New Zealand, it's not a post office, it's just a shop. Now they sell 100% merino skivvies, tops, and I really like them. I like theirs, they last really well. But I thought, oh, I like this colour. So I got that for the winter. And they're really reasonable. That was $32, I think. The warehouse sells merino tops too for about the same price, but they are a merino blend, and so they pill up, whereas these wash up really lovely. They're nice. And then I got 2 pairs of black jeans. So I just got these ones. I don't know how these ones fit, but they're really stretchy. I just wanted some tidy black jeans, and they're cheap. I think these were $22. Just to last me until I hit my weight loss goals. And these ones, so those ones are button fly ones, and these ones are just the jeggings. They pull up ones. And these are a slightly faded black, and those ones are black. And then I got, from the same place, a foot pack. Because, I don't know if I've told you guys, but I've got really crusty feet. Got really bad cracks in my feet. And I am booked in for a nice pedicure next week, I think. But I'm not sure whether they'll be able to honour the appointment, because I'm assuming that they're underwater restrictions, and if the treatment involves using water, they might have to postpone it. I don't know. So anyway, I think you put your feet in these booties. As it say, thoroughly wash and dry your feet. Take out and unfold the boots and wear the boots on your feet. Remove the boots after 15 to 20 minutes. So there's that. I also got now I'm not 55, but I just figured it's cheap enough. I usually use Sonia Driver's Eco Tan products, but I've run out, and I just haven't got around. So that was, L'Oreal's normally quite expensive, but Postie Parallel import a lot of stuff, so it was $15. So there it is there. I've tried some on, it feels quite nice actually. And then I also, at the same time, I bought that one because it was only $6, just in case I didn't like the other one. So they're both okay. This one's a bit lighter. So the other one's feels quite dewy. So maybe on the real hot, sweaty days, this is probably better. Yes, so that was all I got from Postie. And then I went into the Salvation Army, and I got this, which I'm really chuffed with. It's kind of hard to show you, but it's a candlestick holder for a pillar candle, and it's a good quality one. I've seen these ones in quite expensive homeware stores, and I paid $8 for it, so it's going to go in my bedroom. I just need to go and get myself another big pillar candle for that. So there's that, and the other thing I got from them is this, which is, it's just a little shaker for the nutrient rescue that I use. So I thought, oh, that's good, I can have 2. Oh, and I got more of this flavour incense, which I absolutely love, and the shop that carries it hasn't had it for months, so I bought 2. So that was it. That was my shopping. Poor old Jaden, I forgot to update you guys. Jaden, he was supposed to work here yesterday, but he ended up calling them and just saying, you know, I'm sick. He'd been vomiting all Thursday night. I think he ate something dodgy. I mean, we haven't caught anything from him. I think it was, he said he'd gone to this sort of bakehouse place and it had got something with like a chicken patty in it. You just don't know how long things have been sitting in a warmer for. So his flight didn't leave till 4 in the afternoon yesterday, so I just said to him, just stay in bed. Don't try and do anything. Have some dry toast and just relax until it's time to go. So that's what he did. I felt really sorry for him. I mean, it's not nice when you're not at home and you get sick. I mean, at least, even though he's never lived in this house, I mean, if he's with his mum, I suppose it's home. Yeah. And I've just been working on this. I'll show you what that is. So this is where's the picture? The Thea top by Suzanne Muller. Paula M. But I want to use it, you know, as a more like a vest. It does come with an additional vest pattern, but that looks too vesty. Does that make sense? So that's what I was using my hand spun yarn. Now I got gauge, width-wise, stitch-wise, but row gauge was off very slightly. I was probably about 4 rows out at 10 centimeters, so like too short. So all I've done is I've converted, because you know, if it's just the length, normally a lot of patterns say you know, knit for X amount of centimeters or until blah blah blah, but this one actually says knit X amount of rows. So all I did was I counted, I think the swatch said 26 rows for 10 centimeters, so I just divided that. It's 2.6 rows per centimeter, and I divided the amount of rows that they said to do. That kind of gave me an approximate how many centimeters it was going to be according to their things, and I will knit to that length and then just count how many rows just to double check and just get an idea there. But yeah, the width was spot on. It was just, and I did go up a needle size, but it made it too wide, so, and I quite like that. So that's the back. It's a crocheted provisional cast on. So that'll be the back. Might be a little bit wide, I don't know. Will it be? No, fine. Yeah, so I might just take that to Speedway with me this afternoon. Yes. I don't think there's anything else to report. I'm just going to lie back. Well, actually, I was just lying back because I just had some of that drink and some painkillers, and then and before that I had my pie, which was absolutely delicious. Steak pie. I haven't had a pie for ages, so why not? Yeah, town was interesting. It's a little bit. No, I feel like it's getting more and more tired looking. And I don't know if I'm just noticing it now because I'm not going into town as often as I used to. But some of the shops are, you know, the windows aren't clean, and I think I've mentioned that before. And there was this poor lady, poor woman. I could tell there was something up with her because her hair was sort of all over the place and she was wearing a hooded jacket, but the hair was kind of sticking out the front. And she was barefoot, which is fine. I mean, we're in New Zealand, a lot of us wear bare feet. She was barefoot and she was running around. You could see she must have been looking for cigarette butts. And I could just see that she wasn't, so I was trying not to look at her. And I just got past and she started just nutting off. I don't think she was nutting off at me. I think I'd say she's possibly schizophrenic or just in some sort of psychosis, and she's saying your F and B, the F and B, and blah, 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 and carrying on muttering and stuff. And then I got further down the street and then I heard her yelling. Oh dear. And there's these old ladies down there, and I thought, oh, she's probably scaring the hell out of them. Mental health services in this country, shocking. Not enough support for people with mental health issues or drug and alcohol issues at that. And, you know, on the flip side, it's actually not nice going to town and having people with that sort of thing happening for them, because, you know, some of them are dangerous and you don't know. So you're like, where do I look? So yeah, it was a bit sad. But yeah, I'm just watching, I've been watching Ollie and Bella, her Cherie's vlogs, and it's just quite nice and relaxing. I was trying to knit while lying down, but I kept getting distracted. And I've got my diary here because I thought I'll sit down and plan out some stuff, but I haven't done that. I think I'm just gonna relax because I'm allowed to relax. Anyway, that's enough rambling. That was 12 minutes. 12 minutes, people. So put these bits, put them back. Oh, my nose is a bit itchy now. Have a little lie down. Get ready to get prepared so that when it's time for Speedway I don't feel shattered. I mean, at the end of the day I can lie down in the ute if I have to. I don't want to, but if I have to, that's what I'll do. And then maybe tomorrow I'll go back into town and see if I can find a really nice pillar candle to put on my beaten, what's it? My hammered candle holder. It's just a bit too shiny. It's not as shiny in real life. It's quite a dull, it's quite a nice dull. But I like it. It's nice. Right, stop dribbling, Carla, and let's get on with it.
We see that deer fence before it, eh? And the like a top of the deer fence.
Hey, buddy.
I didn't go over.
Hello.
Near the top, but I don't think it's probably over the rails. Where's my photo of the white half?
Made him a bed, overalls and a towel. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Evan is just working on his car. Yes, I'm in his workshop because our workshop is actually at the Speedway grounds. So we've decided to park the car in front of the workshop instead of the designated parking for his class because it's just easier. And that's good because I've got this migraine hanging around the back of my head, so just thought I'd whip in and say hello. I've brought my knitting. It's a beautiful day, the breeze is cool, but the sun's really hot, so it's really nice in here because it's really shady, and we've opened up one of the doors. You can see I've already got too much sun, and that's just very quick wandering around. Ethan's just walking in now. You want to say hello? So yeah, beautiful day outside. Sorry, I'm just trying to avoid the sun setting through the back window. As you can see, I'm home. I've come home early, so it's just before 7 p.m. now. My head was starting to feel a bit ugh, so I thought it was better to go home now and try and get some rest now. So I've put those booty things on my feet. I'm just sitting here in the peace and quiet on the couch, and I'm about to edit this video and get that up for you guys. And yeah, so I hope you all have a lovely day or night or whatever you're doing. And yeah, take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.